Have you ever felt that, despite a life of material comfort, your mind remains restless and unsettled? Have you ever wondered how to find lasting calm amid the pressures of work, family, and the ceaseless pace of modern life? Welcome back to our channel. Today we explore two central insights from Elder Foyuan: that true inner peace cannot be purchased with wealth or external comforts, and that it arises through the deep understanding of impermanence and emptiness, coupled with daily practices of letting go and compassion. In our fast-moving world, it is easy to mistake distraction for tranquility. We chase promotions, possessions, and pleasures, hoping they will soothe our anxiety. Elder Foyuan teaches us, however, that such pursuits only patch over a restless heart. Instead, he guides us to cultivate peace from within through the transformative power of insight, disciplined practice, and boundless compassion. At the core of his wisdom lies the principle that every phenomenon is transient and devoid of inherent self-existence. When we grasp the true nature of impermanence, we cease our futile efforts to hold on to what must inevitably change. And when we perceive emptiness, that nothing possesses a fixed, independent identity, we loosen the grips of attachment that fuel our suffering. By awakening to these truths, we learn to let go of clinging desires and hang-ups, freeing the mind to rest in genuine tranquility. Putting theory into practice, Elder Foyuan emphasizes two foundational disciplines. First, the practice of letting go is not a one-time act, but a gradual unburdening of the heart. Through daily meditation, mindful reflection, and adherence to precepts, we learn to release our fixation on status, wealth, and transient pleasures. Each time a possessive thought arises, we simply note it and let it go until our mental space becomes lighter and clearer. Second, he underscores the cultivation of compassion, not only toward others but toward ourselves. In our achievement-oriented society, we often berate ourselves for every misstep, nourishing anxiety and self-doubt. Elder Foyuan instructs that true compassion begins with self-acceptance, acknowledging our imperfections, offering ourselves forgiveness, and then extending that same kindness outward. In doing so, our hearts expand, and we discover that empathy toward others also anchors our own serenity. Yet how do we sustain this practice amidst the demands of career and family? Elder Foyuan advises a balanced approach. Allocate time for formal practice, be it meditation, chanting, or mindful pausing, while integrating mindfulness into every waking moment. During work, pause between tasks to check in with your breath. At home, listen fully when loved ones speak. In commutes, observe the world without judgment. These small acts of awareness stitch the fabric of a peaceful mind into the texture of daily life. Moreover, he highlights the role of ethical discipline precepts as a means of purifying the mind. Far from rigid rules, these guidelines serve as reminders to act with honesty, generosity, and respect. By upholding them, we gradually dissolve patterns of greed, anger, and delusion, cultivating a steady clarity that underlies genuine calm. As you set out on this path, remember that each moment of letting go, each act of kindness, and each breath of mindful presence carries you closer to the peaceful heart you seek. As the journey toward inner peace unfolds, envision your mind as a vast garden where every thought and emotion is a flower that blooms and withers. Recognizing impermanence grants us the freedom to appreciate each blossom without clinging to it. Elder Foyuan teaches that all phenomena rise and dissolve according to conditions, and by truly seeing this impermanence, we release the heavy burden of expectation from our hearts. Nothing in the garden has a fixed form. Each petal, each breeze, each pattern of light reflects the truth of emptiness. Emptiness, as Elder Foyuan explains, means that no phenomenon possesses an unchanging essence. All rise through interdependent causes and conditions. When we internalize this insight, we cease to impute lasting identity or value onto transient experiences, and our hearts naturally settle into calm clarity. Putting these insights into practice begins with learning to let go. Letting go is not a one-time event, but a gradual unburdening through mindful awareness. Whenever attachment to a thought, desire, or outcome surfaces, simply note its presence, perhaps acknowledging, "Here is grasping," or "Here is aversion," and then gently release it, like setting down a heavy stone on a soft mat. Over time, this repeated practice lightens the mind until stillness arises almost effortlessly. Yet the path to peace is not only about release, it is equally about embracing compassion. True compassion begins with self-acceptance, welcoming our imperfections with kindness rather than judgment. Elder Foyuan reminds us that compassion toward ourselves becomes the wellspring from which genuine empathy for others flows. As we soften toward our own struggles, we naturally extend warmth and understanding outward, knitting a field of kindness that further stabilizes our inner calm. In the hustle of modern life, these practices can seem daunting to maintain. That is why time management and structural supports are crucial. By scheduling brief pauses throughout the day, pauses in which we close our eyes, take 3 mindful breaths, or offer a silent blessing to all beings, we weave moments of stillness into daily routines. These small interludes act like stepping stones, carrying us back to presence whenever we drift into worry or distraction. Ethical discipline, too, serves as the bedrock of lasting peace. Observing precepts, ethical guidelines governing speech, action, and livelihood purifies the mind by aligning our behavior with heartfelt integrity. Whether in business dealings, family interactions, or social media exchanges, upholding honesty, non-harm, and generosity creates a clear mirror of conscience in which we can see ourselves without distortion. When adversity strikes, be it illness, loss, or sudden upheaval, these foundations reveal their strength. By recalling impermanence, we remember that suffering, like all else, will also pass. By resting in emptiness, we refuse to identify with the pain. By practicing self-compassion, we hold ourselves tenderly through hardship, and by living ethically, we maintain a reservoir of trust in our own hearts, preventing despair from overwhelming us. I once met a young professional named Sarah who, after a layoff, felt her world crumble. In the days that followed, she turned to Elder Foyuan's teachings. She kept a daily journal, noting each moment of release, spent 10 minutes each morning in silent meditation, and reached out compassionately to friends who were also struggling. Gradually, the fear subsided, and a quiet confidence grew. Sarah found not only a new job aligned with her values, but also a steady inner refuge that no external circumstance could shake. To begin your own practice, find a comfortable seat, whether on a cushion or a chair. Sit upright yet relaxed, and allow your hands to rest gently in your lap. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring attention to the natural flow of your breath, noticing the rise and fall of each inhalation and exhalation. When thoughts arise, as they inevitably will, treat them as passing cloud. Acknowledge them, let them drift by, and return to the breath. Over time, this simple yet profound exercise trains the mind to rest in clarity and equanimity. Thank you for watching this video. If these teachings resonate with you, please share your experiences and reflections in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe to support the channel. See you next time.